Alright, Leo City, up next, I have a special treat for you guys. I'm going to send it right to Marie with the Hub Stars. Video City, take it away.
Hi, I'm Marie Faree, and this is Video City. I'm here with the Hub Stars today. And can I get you guys' individual names?
My name is Al-Tariq, Mr. Hub Best.
Okay.
Endo. I'm Endo. The Golden
Endo.
Boy.
Okay.
And I'm Donald Richardson.
Okay, Donald Richardson. Okay, very different styles of names.
Yeah.
I love it. And how did you guys get together?
Years of community work and understanding the music business, being artists and producers and managers and all that good stuff. So we all came together for the greater good of our community, making our community better.
That's beautiful. And you guys hail from Newark, New Jersey, right?
Yes.
Okay. And speaking of what you guys do for the community, you guys have the HUBB Arts and Trauma Center?
Yes. HUBB standing for
Tell me
Help
more
Us
about
Become
that.
Better. Yeah, the HUBB stands for Help Us Become Better. It's 14 years of turning a dilapidated space, 9,000 square feet of dilapidated space, into a safe haven for youth in the city of Newark. And one of the roughest streets in Newark, Prince Street, you know, we turned this into, you know, a safe haven for the youth. And, you know, it feels really good. They say that you can take a light and put it in an already lit room and it don't do too much. But if you take that same light and put it in a dark room, it means the world. And the HUBB has become like that safe haven for Newark, New Jersey now.
That's beautiful. And what do you guys do there?
All different types of programming. I wanna not hog the mic and talk about all the stuff, but
he understands.
Yeah, bounce it around. Whoever wants to answer.
I'll jump in.
Okay.
So here we do art therapy, we do trauma counseling and healing, we do educational activities and outreach. We do a lot of community building. So yeah, this Saturday we have a sneaker drive that we're doing with 1801 Records and So We Trust. So we got a lot of stuff going on.
Consultant Kim is 100 pair of sneakers given out to the homeless, right? So
Wow.
our neighbors would know it, making sure that they understand that we love them too. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have an address right now, but they still our neighbor.
That's great. And I know it's really important in urban and rougher and impoverished neighborhoods to get the kids not doing the same stuff every day and seeing therapeutic exercises and the arts. I know that probably helps a lot. That's amazing.
Right. We use the arts as a way to open them up, you know, give them a safe space to be vulnerable. They trust us because we give them that safeness to be able to creatively express themselves. And through that, we're able to peel back the layers and help them on another level.
Beautiful. And I'm sure that music and the arts does the same for you guys, because you guys have put out some music. Tell me more about that and your process and what music has done for you, expressing you guys' selves.
Yeah, music saved my life. So I wouldn't be doing this work today if it wasn't for music. So many people have pushed me in the right direction because I was able to rhyme, because I was able to put stuff together. And we just knew that some of the things that we didn't have growing up in poverty, that music allowed us that escape to be able to creatively express that and save ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So now we wanted to be able to put that into a place where the young people can see that as well. So if you look at me and you love what I'm doing today, this is how I got here, right? Through music. So changing the narrative of arts therapy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Mr. Shy Guy in the corner, Mr. Donald, do you feel the same way? What's your process like when you're getting stuff out? How do you decide what you want to express?
For me, I think it's more so the moment. Like I'll hear a track, or I hear or I have come in and have a producer come in and give them an idea of what I'm thinking for that day, and it's definitely surrounded around what's going on today. When you look outside and you see that, you know, there's so many kids being murdered for no reason. And, you know, a lot of times I listen to the questions that come back from is, why is this happening? What can I do? I want to go back and retaliate. Or those are a lot of things that so trying to bring those type of messages to music, where at the end of the day, the song could be thought-provoking enough where it can make you come and say, okay, let's sit around and talk about it. And then I think that's what the trauma starts. And having Regine works here, who's a therapist, come in and those conversations with the artist and kind of go through those verses and the chorus and the bridge and the song where they really let out what they're seeing and what they're feeling and kind of bridge the gap that way.
And it's all really about amplifying those voices. Exactly what he just said, but amplifying them. Like, how do we take that from the room, right, and put it to the world? Because if you're feeling it, somebody else is feeling it as well, right? But they may not have the courage to be able to step up and to be that voice. So let's amplify your voice enough so that we can not only save your soul and help you to your healing progress, but help other people at the same time.
That's beautiful. Keep the healing going. Exactly. I love that word, amplify your voice. That's amazing. And one song that definitely speaks to me and comes front to mind about that is the Letter to the 45th.
Yeah, Letter to 45. Producer right here.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
So the song actually came straight out of the mind of Mr. Hub right here. He actually created the song because we need to address what's going on, and the song actually has a call to action in it. So it's basically talking about the social climate of right now, as well as kind of urging people to make a choice. Do we fight? Do we strap? Do we march? You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate enough to be able to create the beat along with my brother Jalen on the keys, you know, and we just kind of, like he said, amplified the vision even more. And I really think that the song is super duper relevant to right now. It was actually a big part of what we did in our community efforts to affect the election. We went out and helped people get to the polls. We fed people at the polls. We did a lot of stuff. So this song was really a culmination of all of our frustrations and feelings towards 45. You know, we don't acknowledge him as a president because I feel like he failed our community and he failed America greatly.
And he wasn't presidential.
He had no class.
So we didn't call him, you know, the president. We just called him 45. And, you know, from having the programs that we have, My Thoughts Out Loud, we were able to listen to the youth and what they were talking about, right? And how angry they were, as young as they were, to hear some of the things that they were saying about our president. It didn't make sense. So we took those thoughts and we put it into song form, and that's what came about with amplifying their voice into Letter to 45. It was a direct personal letter to our president.
That's beautiful, and I like the creativity.
We make a shout out to J.R. Smith, because what he spoke about, J.R. Smith, the NBA ball player, he's from Newark as well. He really helped out through that whole election time.
Right. He came and made donations to us to be able to push the efforts to be out there on the front line and making sure that people weren't getting off the line when it was time to vote, that they were staying in line. We had sandwiches, we had water, we had youth out there encouraging them and understanding that people have died for us to have the right to vote. So you need to be out here as well and do it for us. If nothing else, do it for us. This was the youth speaking, right? So JR had initiated that with the HUBB Arts and Trauma Center, and you know, we accomplished a big goal with getting them out.
Yes, shout out J.R. Smith. That's amazing. And I know, especially in this climate and with quarantine and people feeling helpless, that it probably means a great deal to everyone in your community that you guys are doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Yes. And also 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
8 minutes and 46 seconds was very personal, you know, just because of the fact that, you know, we wrote that song. We actually started off as a poem when Trayvon Martin was murdered, right? Wow. And it was just like the mental health part of it, the repetitiveness of the trauma that continues to happen in our communities where you don't get a break, right? Because every time you turn around and you feel like, oh my God, I'm getting a little bit over what just happened, something else happens, right? So the inequalities and injustices that keep on happening in our community, we want to portray that in a song so that people get mad enough to do something. You know, Fight, Strap, or March is more than just a saying. We got to do something. You got to pick your battle. Whichever way it's going to be, pick your battle. But 8 minutes and 46 seconds was, we wanted people to understand that for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, that man kept his knee on George Floyd's neck. And, you know, it was horrible, right? The whole world changed for that. But too many people get lost in the fact that he suffered for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So I wanted to be able to show for 8 minutes and 46 seconds that this happens in our community more than just George Floyd. You know, people have been lost to the way that the police conduct themselves, and they have to change that. And if they don't change that, we have to stand up and we have to stand out so that they change it. We have to show up. And part of 8 minutes and 46 seconds and Letter to 45 is us as a community showing up.
That's beautiful, and people need that again. And thank you so much for having the strength and the courage and the facilities and the resources to do that for the people in your neighborhood and beyond. And I think this is the great time to hand this over to Bree, and she's going to introduce your music video. I hope everyone enjoys.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and that was Marie with the Hub Stars interview. Now let's get right into their music video. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Video City, take it away.
We call this section of our program to a halt.
These are 8 minutes and 46 seconds of my thoughts out loud. For our youth, Black Lives Matter. Stand up.
I want our young people to be on the front line. If that's not your place, get behind the line. If that's not your place, go on the sideline, but damn it, get in the line.
Either by accident or by force. Benefit from what America has to offer, and we will not let a racist president divide us. Yes, the president of the United States is racist. I said it today, it is a fact. If you didn't know he was racist before he's elected, you know he's a racist today.
America KKK. America KKK.
America KKK is openly showing his face. Land of the free, unfortunately, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. With Trump as a bona fide fascist and racist, we will never be free until we stand up and face this. As a God-fearing man, I cringe to understand. The executions of a mind. George Floyd and Sandra Bland. And yo, Rihanna. Your license they won't. How could all lives matter if our lives don't? And yo, Rihanna. Your license they won't. How could all lives matter if our lives don't? And yo, Rihanna. Your license they won't. How could all lives matter if our lives don't? I'm screaming Black Lives Matter. From the boardroom to the block. No excuse for the murders. Rashard Brooks and Walter Scott. God, I know you hear us. Please help us make a change. Too many babies are dying. Say their names, say their names. God, I know you hear us. Please help us make a change. Too many babies are dying. Say their names, say their names. Yo, it's a shame we complain. We still enslaved in the mind. Give us bravery to stop the slavery. The slavery of these times. And yo, power to the people.
You want me doing
Today's
just impressions?
Was more lethal. We want justice to be equal, but they won't if they can't see you.
Okay, if I was lethal with you, please.
Officer Listen,
All right, Video City, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, your girl, Bree. You know where to find me and follow me. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to wear a mask. Video City, take it away.